Hey there folks, today I'd like to take a casual peek into the DC Universe Classics Chemo action figure. This is the Collect and Connect figure set for Wave 9 of DC Universe Classics, and the set first came out around 2009. Now I'm very excited to put this Collect and Connect figure together because since coming back to the hobby last year, I've had some parts to Chemo for a long time now, and it's just recently that I got the final parts to finally assemble this guy, and I'm just very excited to do so. And I really do not know anything about Chemo. The only experience I've had with the character was reading the book or miniseries Infinite Crisis back in 2007, I believe, when I saw the character being dropped on top of Bloodhaven and essentially destroying that city with one line. I think it was oop or gloop or something like that. But after doing some internet research, I found out that Chemo is a frequent nemesis of the Metal Men. Which is kind of cool because the Metal Men figures are coming out, so it's nice to have an adversary in figure form for the Metal Men. Now I'll go over each of the pieces here that come included to build Chemo here, and we'll start with this here, which is the right arm of Chemo, and this comes with the Deadshot figure. So this is one of the first pieces I had of Chemo back in January, February of 2010, and finally happy to put this guy together. And we have here the left arm of Chemo, which comes with both versions of the Mantis figures on there. We have here the lower torso, which comes with the Black Canary figure, and with the typical Collect and Connect figures, it's usually the head and lower torso that comes in one set, but because the head is joined at the upper torso, you only really get the lower torso here. And we have here the right leg of Chemo, which comes with the Guardian figure, and this is my most recent acquisition for the Chemo parts on here. And we have here the left leg of Chemo, which comes with the Black Adam figure. And finally we have the head and upper torso of Chemo here, which came included with both versions of Wildcat. And this piece was one of the earliest pieces I've had of Chemo as well. Now we'll be right back and have Chemo finally put together. Alright, we finally have Chemo put together, and this guy is fairly impressive, that's for certain, and I'm very happy with this figure. And it's quite a large figure at that. I think it's one of the largest Collect and Connect figures in the DC Universe Classics line. I believe this one and maybe Giganta are the tallest figures so far. And to do a size comparison, we'll compare Chemo here with an average DC Universe Classics figure, and I have my Superman figure here that I use for all of my size comparisons with Collect and Connect figures. And you can see right away that Chemo here is almost, if not twice as tall as Superman. Now I understand in the comics he can get even larger, and I believe Chemo can be as tall as 100 feet or more. I don't think Mattel would have had planned to create a Chemo figure in that scale, but I believe this is actually good enough. It's just a fairly large figure. Now taking a look at Chemo in detail, this guy has loads of detail, very neat. And the video doesn't pick it up too well, but the color of the plastic for Chemo here is actually darker than what's showing up on my video screen. And it's here on the screen it looks like a lime type green, but it's actually just a bit darker on there, and it's unfortunate it's showing up that way, but because I think the darker green is actually nicer. But taking a look at some of the details of the head on here, it's kind of neat to have these goggle or lens type eyes on there. And you got these metal pieces here, well, not real metal, but sculpted to look like metal on there. It's actually kind of neat. And the best thing about this figure is the upper torso of this guy, and the video doesn't do it justice. This I guess the main body of Chemo is made of translucent green plastic, and what's cool about this upper torso is that it's got bubble formations, and just beneath the outer plastic here are some bubble formations. What's even better is that beneath that is an inner core of plastic that has more bubble formations, and I don't think the video's picking that up, and it's very cool in person, and it just adds a layer of depth to the figure, and just really cool. And some more details we have here. The I guess gloves on here are basically armored gloves, and you got a belt here. It's kind of neat, and you have these boots, which is really nice. And there's even detail on the bottom of this of these boots. Is very cool. Now on the other side of the figure here is actually kind of neat. You have hoses that plug into the back of the figure here, and also plugged into the arms on the other end. It's very nice on here. It's not there's no wire for these hoses. It's just regular plastic on there, so you really can't form it too much on there. But it's still pretty cool on there, and you got these hoses right here at the top, plugging into his chest. That's actually kind of neat. Very good on the details of this figure. Very happy how they put this guy together. Now there are some issues with the figure, mainly due to the lack of articulation in this guy. It's just unfortunate that there are some missing points of articulation. It would have been really cool to have had those points of articulation. And we'll go over the articulation now. Obviously the head has no articulation. It's just joined at the torso there. The arms do go out and in that much, and they do go back and forth. You can't get it all the way around because of the hoses that are plugged into the arms, but if you remove the hose from the back, you can get the arm all the way around. There is no bicep swivel on this figure. There is a hinged elbow, so you can actually bend the arms about that much. There is a swivel at the top of the glove here, and if you remove the hose at the back, you can get the arm all the way around. The hands do go all the way around, and they actually do bend in and out a little bit. There is a hinge joint on at the wrist that's beneath the armor there. And the hands are preformed, and they're actually relatively softer than the harder plastic here, so you can actually bend them in and out if you want to place something in his hands. Now there's no torso articulation, but it does have some waist articulation here. It does not go all the way around due to the back of the belt here, which impedes some of the articulation. The legs do go up and down and barely to the back, and unfortunately it doesn't have that DC Universe Classics hip joint where you can put the leg outward, which is really unfortunate. And there is also no swivel at the thigh, and there is no swivel at the top of the boot, so this leg cannot rotate at all. It basically just goes up and down on a T-crotch here, which is really unfortunate. The feet they do have hinges on at the ankle, so it can go up and down. But it does not go side to side, but does have ankle pivot. I really don't understand the point of having that, especially if you don't have the leg going outward or around on there. But overall, I still love this figure because just the detail in this guy is just very nice on there. Not just the skull, but these hoses on here, and it's just very well painted here on the gloves and boots on there. But very happy to finally get this guy put together after having some of the parts for over a year, and I'm very happy at how this guy turned out. This is my casual peek into the DC Universe Classics Chemo Collect and Connect action figure. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.